ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Yeah, opening tomorrow. It's great, and hopefully we'll have the luck of the Irish with us, and we can have a good day.
Let's hope so. Many indoor operations are set to reopen across San Diego County tomorrow. It comes as we move back into the red tier of restrictions. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Steve Atkinson. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura spoke with restaurant owners gearing up for tomorrow's big day.
On Tuesday, a feeling of relief at Stout Public House.
Yeah, feeling relieved after such a long time, to have people back in again.
Mark Prendergast is co-owner of the Irish Pub on 6th Avenue, learning that on Wednesday, restaurants can reopen their indoor operations to 25% capacity, the county moving into the red tier just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Last year, bars and restaurants were closed for the big day due to the pandemic.
The night before, 2 nights before, they dropped the hammer on us for, which is our by far biggest day of the year, every year. So that was a tough one to swallow. But opening tomorrow, it's great.
For us, it makes all the difference. I mean, this industry runs on such slim margins.
Ryan Thorson is the director of operations at Mr. A's, the restaurant on the 12th floor of this building. After some initial confusion, Thorson says they decided to start serving some people indoors Tuesday night.
Being that the tier changes today, we've just made the decision to start tonight for our staff and our guests.
Reopening indoors has allowed them to begin bringing staff back, though still not at the levels it used to be.
When we closed, we had 110 employees at Mr. A's. Right now, we have about 60. We'll scale up to around 80 and change.
As for Stout Public House, they're hoping this year's St. Patrick's Day will mean the county is through the worst of it.
Hopefully it'll bring us good luck, Usually, the luck of the Irish, the emerald, the charm, and all that.
Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
We could all use a little luck right now. Okay, under these red tier restrictions, gyms can have people indoors at 10% capacity. Movie theaters will be allowed to welcome people back for the first time in months. And come April 1st, theme parks can reopen at 15% capacity to in-state visitors only, but indoor dining won't be allowed at the parks. The county reported another 257 cases today, while our test positivity rate had ticked up just a bit to 3%. But another 10 people have lost their lives to this virus, bringing that total to just over 3,400. A man is in jail tonight accused of a wild shooting spree, killing 8 people at massage parlors in the Atlanta area. And tonight, Atlanta police say many of the victims are Asian women. This is the second of 3 scenes tonight. Police are still looking for clues. The first shooting happened at around 5 p.m. East Coast time, about 30 miles north of Atlanta. 4 people were killed there. Less than an hour later, 2 more shootings took place at 2 different Atlanta massage parlors just across the street from each other. That left 4 more people dead. Surveillance video led police to the suspect. He is 21-year-old Robert Long. Investigators are not yet revealing a potential motive. And 2 people are confirmed dead from a fireworks explosion inside a Southern California home. The stash of professional-grade fireworks exploded at around 12:30 at this home in Ontario, causing a number of structure fires and shattered nearby windows. The Ontario Fire Department says that 2 people were killed in the explosion, which was seen and felt miles away. It's not clear why the commercial-grade fireworks were kept in that home in the first place. Now to the surge of migrants at our southern border. More than 4,000 migrant children are in U.S. custody, many of them in Texas tonight. The Biden administration is now facing pressure to address this problem. Our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo went to local border officials to find out if they're noticing a similar surge here.
Locally, Border Patrol says they haven't seen a surge of unaccompanied children in the same way that Texas had, but did share statistics that show a year-to-year increase in the number of migrants detained. Hundreds of migrant children are being housed inside these tents along the border after a reported 25% surge in border crossings by unaccompanied minors. The Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas saying they are now bracing for more migrants at the border than at any time in the past 20 years.
Do not come now. give us the time to rebuild a system that was entirely dismantled in the prior administration.
On CBP's website, their latest statistics show that in San Diego, there has been a year-to-year increase when comparing the month of February. CBP reports a 64% increase of unaccompanied minors, a 138% increase of single adults, and a 13% decrease in family units, saying there's been a, quote, steady but slow rise since April of last year. Local immigrant advocates say they don't consider it a surge.
So it's not something that's particularly different from other years, where there might be some differences, could be in how migrants are responding to newer immigration policies put in place during the Trump administration.
In an exclusive interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos, President Biden pressed on the issue.
A lot of the migrants coming in saying they're coming in because you promised to make things better. It seems to be getting worse by the day. Was it a mistake not to anticipate this surge?
Well, first of all, there was a surge the last 2 years, in 19 and 20, there was a surge as well.
Biden asking migrants not to come.
I can say quite clearly, don't come, and what we're in the process of getting set up, don't leave your town or city or community.
In a statement, Congressman Darrell Issa telling ABC 10 News the chaos at the border is not only a crisis, it was set in motion by the policies of the Biden administration. Our Border Patrol on the front lines is doing what it can, but the historic migrant surge in the San Diego region is real, and unless the White House begins to deal with its disaster, it will only get worse. Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
And you can watch President Biden's full interview on Good Morning America tomorrow right here on ABC from 7 to 9 a.m. following ABC 10 News this morning. A manhunt continues tonight for a fugitive accused of shooting a bounty hunter in the South Bay. They're looking for this man, Christopher Marquez. Chula Vista police tell us that a group of bounty hunters tried to arrest Marquez last night on East J Street. They say that Marquez then opened fire and shot one of those bounty hunters multiple times. That man is in stable condition tonight. He is expected to survive, but police say Marquez is considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, call 911 immediately. Tiger Woods is back home tonight, 3 weeks after badly injuring his leg in that car crash in L.A. This afternoon, Woods tweeted, quote, "Happy to report that I am back home and continuing my recovery. I am so grateful for the outpouring of support and encouragement that I have received over the past few weeks." He also thanked the medical staff that treated him there in L.A. A Chula Vista man is counting his blessings after a near-death cycling accident. Medics say if it was not for the help of Good Samaritans, he wouldn't be here today. Our ABC 10 News reporter Rena Nakano introduces us to one of the Good Samaritans in this story that is positively San Diego.
By looking at him, you'd never know that East Lake's Craig Dixon is 70 years old.
I exercise 6 days a week.
On Thursday, March 4th, Dixon was on his usual morning bike ride, but this time he didn't make it home.
As I made that right-hand turn, my wheels went out from under me.
Slick roads caused him to wipe out on the corner of East Lake and Lakeshore Drive, but he had no memory of the crash.
I just woke up in an ambulance on the way to the trauma center in Hillcrest.
Nurses told him he had a concussion, 2 brain bruises, multiple facial fractures, and lost a tooth and a half. They said that things would have been much worse if it wasn't for the quick call to 911, especially because he was on blood thinners. Determined to find the person who helped him, Dixon reached out to the community on his Nextdoor app. Pretty soon, thousands of people posted prayers and encouraging messages. And within a week, we found him.
Hi, Jose.
Hi. Yes, Jose.
This is Dixon's guardian angel, Jose Herrero.
You look good, Greg.
I'm getting better. Thank you.
Good.
Herrero was driving home from his graveyard shift at UPS when he found Dixon in bad shape.
I was approaching the stop sign, and he was on the ground, laid out, and when I got out, I saw blood, so I ran over there.
He says he didn't call 911, but was one of 4 people who stayed with him, kept him awake and talking until the ambulance arrived. He says he even found Dixon's missing tooth.
It'll always touch my heart when I remember you and remember what you did, because you didn't have to stop, but you did.
This touching reunion over Zoom meant they couldn't give each other a hug, but it did serve as a sweet reminder that there is good in this world.
This is a time of such political division, and sometimes we see so much hate. I'm really convinced there's more love than hate, and that was a beautiful thing to experience on a personal level.
Rena Nakano, ABC 10 News.
Let's hope we can all experience that. Dixon says he appreciates everyone for their kind messages and actions. He hopes to recover quickly and get back on the bike by May. If you have a story that is positively San Diego, we'd like to hear from you. Send us an email to tips@10news.com. You can also join our ABC 10 News Positively Facebook group where you can share your own stories with other San Diegans.